why I decided to start an Afro hair care company. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. I decided to start an Afro hair care business because I didn't feel as though our needs, I say our needs, my needs, and also our collective needs as Black performers and artists on film, TV shows were being met behind the scenes. It's hard to ignore that when you're invited to work on a project in film and TV and then you sit in the hair and makeup chair, you look around and there are no tools dedicated to your hair, which is crazy because you've been hired or selected specifically for your look, and that also includes your hair and hair type and texture. So I would always be incredibly surprised when I sat down and not only did the stylists not have the adequate tools or products to style my hair, but also they didn't have the right education either, and they actually didn't know what they were doing. And more often than not, they actually were quite intimidated by my hair, which is so crazy. Even down to the very basic, like they didn't even know how to detangle. So not only have I had to be doing my own hair for blockbuster productions, but I've also had to be doing education on the side whilst in the chair, which is so crazy. But I know I'm not the only one who's had this experience. It's actually incredibly common. And when I was working on, I think it was Batman, the one with Robert Pattinson, that was when a lot of me and the girls, we were doing background extra work at the time. And we had a lot of downtime. There was a lot of sitting around. This was being filmed during COVID. So there was a lot of waiting around time. And we talked a lot about our experiences in the hair and makeup chair. And even though we were able to laugh about it, it was actually incredibly sad. And just to hear the stories and the trauma and the triggering moments for so many individuals. And I was just sat there thinking, like, it's not right. This is not right. Something's got to change. And I remember I made so many notes. We had these like little lunch bags. They gave us lunch in like little paper bags. And I just remember writing just so many thoughts and ideas. And I still have this bag. I call it my brain bag. I still have it to this day. And it's just all of the ideas that were coming to me during this time. And one of those was creating my Afro hair care tools. So right now I don't have any of them with me here, but I do have combs, brushes, hair clips, scrunchies, those kinds of things. And it's actually been really great. So when I've been going on to set and let's say somebody doesn't have a wide tooth comb, good news is that I can pull out my wide tooth comb and I say, here, this is for you. Check out the rest of the range. Just because it's just no longer acceptable to have the right tools for the hair that's coming in and sitting at your table. There were so many conversations that I was seeing actually online, like actors and actresses who are Afro-Caribbean have been coming out and speaking about this. So it's great that it's getting so much more attention now. But other than like speaking, I wasn't seeing much action. So I was like, well, I guess I'm going to just have to create something. Do you know what I mean? Like you just then decide to take things into your own hands, and I decided to be the action that I wanted to see. So that was why I started the Afro is Massive shop. So I do have all of these products currently at home in my studio, but I guess the next step now is actually to get them sent out to stylists and actually be doing a little bit of like wholesale, just so that lead hairstylists can distribute them to their teams so that they can have access to these tools as part of their kit. And I think it is down to the responsibility of the lead stylist to make sure that their hairstylists are educated, well-versed and confident in Afro hair care or, just non-white textures in general. I think that is a really big responsibility that they have, especially when casting has become so much more diverse for on-screen purposes. And we're still not quite seeing that yet behind the scenes. My favorite job that I've ever worked on was House of Dragon. The hair team were absolutely incredible. Literally look at the smile on my face. I literally love them so much, but that's because they had a diverse team. They were so nurturing and had so much education. Like it was like really the first time I felt so truly seen and looked after when being in hair and makeup, which is crazy to say because I worked in film for like 7 years. But for what Black artists have to go through behind the scenes, it's just not good enough. And I've always felt like it's not good enough. And so many of us feel like it's not good enough. Even so many other hairstylists say it's not good enough. And it's actually about time that we do something about it. So that's why I started the Afro is Massive shop and my own Afro hair care range. Do I expect it to make £1 million? Absolutely not. Like whenever I do anything, I never really think about the profit, which is a really backwards thing to say, I guess, when it comes to business. But I think when it's just such a passion and you believe in it so much, this isn't my cash cow. Like this isn't something that I'm actively needing to be giving me income. It's something that I'm putting my own money into and just trying to spread the word about having that inclusivity behind the scenes of our favorite films and TV shows. I really believe in it. I really stand by it. And I know that a lot of other people, I know the majority of people will and do believe in that. So it's just more about spreading the word and spreading the movement of that inclusivity. And the Afro is Massive tools is hopefully one step in that long journey. We've been able to do some good things so far. We've been able to get a little bit of press coverage. We've been in Black Hair and Beauty magazine. I've done a couple of talks already, which is really, really exciting. And hopefully more things to come. The more that we spread the word, the more that the awareness behind this business and its purpose will grow. And I think that's the most important thing here. It's the purpose and the people that this will hopefully impact and improve. But yeah, that's a little bit behind the Afro's massive business. If you have any questions, do let me know. I will pop the link to the website in the description below, but that's just a little insight into why I started this business. I hope you enjoyed it. Give this video a thumbs up. And if you have a business, do let me know in the comments. I would love to come and check it out. And I will see you guys in the next one.